Entire fight still very much up in the air. Two of the best at 147 showcasing their... to the chest can also set up a left hook upstairs like we saw. Jab by Garcia leading with that. Actually,
though we think of him as a right hook artist, able to get the right hand. This is what Danny Garcia does. He lands, you talked about it, Paulie.
What up, guys? Got Sean Porter versus Daniel Garcia. It is the stat breakdown for Sporting Advantage. First off, shout out UGC. Shout out to all the boxing channels out there that are doing it the correct way and, not causing too much drama or, just being foolish. I watched the fight and judged the round per round as it went and did not go after the fight and judge it as a whole or try to judge it as a whole. I judged it round for round, but I did not stop the fight. I just let it free flow so it could be more more accurate if it was like a fight night prediction or whatnot. So okay, so round one, we have Daniel Garcia throwing 24 punches and he lands 6 of them. Porter threw 27 and he landed 9. So Daniel Garcia had a 25% landing ratio and Porter had a 33% landing ratio. Round two, we have Danny Garcia again landing 6, and he threw 23. Porter landed 12, and he threw 30. That gives us 26% for Garcia on the second round, and Porter jumped way up to a 40%. Well, not way up, but he increased his production by 7% there. Garcia picked it up 1. All right, so round 3, we have Garcia landing 10 of 26 thrown, Porter landing 12 of 54 thrown. Garcia did a lot better. He's now, or in this round, he's landing 38.5% of his shots, and Porter landed 22% of his shots in that round. Round 4 here, we have Garcia landing 5 punches out of 24 thrown. Right there, you can just kind of see that kind of stands out to you. Why is he only throwing 5 punches the entire round? But Sean Porter threw 17 he landed 17 and threw 57, which gives him a 29.8%. But let's go ahead and say 30% landed that round. It's also it's way better than round 3 for him at 22% versus now at 30. Garcia, he shot way down. He only landed 20% of 20% of what he threw, and he only threw 24 total, and he landed 5. So not a very good round for him. All right, so rounds 1 through 4, you have Garcia landing 27, and he has thrown 97. Porter landing 50 and throwing 168. The punch landed gap is 23, and that goes to Porter for the first 4 rounds. Punch thrown gap also goes to Porter at 71. it's kind of clear to see right here that for the most part, you look at round one, there's a 3-punch difference. 2 started to open up. He's at 6 now. 3, he closed it, or no, he didn't close it. He remained the same. And then 4, he also, it's a huge loss at 4. Threw 73 and landed 19 for a 26% landed to thrown ratio. This is, or no, excuse me, that's the next one. But right there, they stayed. That was a very somewhat close round. Porter had a 8-punch gap on that round, but still fairly close as far as landed to thrown ratio. But when you look at thrown, Porter's almost at about 20 more thrown in just that round alone. All right, so round 8, final round. See here, Garcia threw 52 and landed 22 for a 42.3% landed. Porter threw 96 and he landed 24 of those for a 25% landed to thrown ratio. This was a really good round for Garcia. It's the first time he's even gotten close to landing 20 punches in a round so far, so he did pretty good. Porter landed 2 more in that round than him, but he threw, what is that, 24? Yeah, about 34 more punches. He threw 34 more punches, but he only landed 2 more of those. All right, let's go to round by round. Round 5, round 5 I gave to Porter. I said he was just faster, more pressure. He's just moving around the ring real well, making Danny Garcia struggle. Like I said, these notes are just stuff I'm trying to write down quickly as the fight's going on, so don't judge me too much on them. Round 6 I gave to Porter. I said it's a close round. But I said the clinch continues to be an issue for Garcia. Sean continues to land better in and out of it, even though Garcia is the counterpuncher. So yeah, right there I was saying that even though Sean Porter was coming out, like he was obviously doing better in the clinch, but when he was coming out of the clinch, he was beating Garcia to the punch out. So that was good. 7, I said it's an extremely close round. I said late Danny pressure, but did it beat Porter's production through the round? And then I also wrote headbutt as a side note. That was, the headbutts I'm not going to really get into. At the time when I had all this stuff ready to go, I was going to discuss that, but there's no reason to really. There was like 2-3 headbutts, but you can't really, you can't judge a ref. So, you can judge a ref, but you shouldn't judge a fight based on a ref or whatever it is. So yeah, extremely close round, and I gave the round to Porter. I gave the round to Porter, even though it was extremely close. So round 8, I gave to Porter. I said he outworked Daniel Garcia, and also put that he set a record on punches thrown. Oh yeah, I didn't even go over that. But yeah, he set a record on punches thrown in any round for his fight. So let's look at what that number was for 8. In round 8 he threw 96 punches, and that was the record. All right, so rounds 5 through 8, Garcia threw 185 total punches. He landed 58 of those. That's a 31% landed to thrown ratio. Porter threw 277, and he landed 67 of those for a 24% landed to thrown ratio. The punch landed gap for this for rounds 5 through 8 is 9 total punches, and the punch thrown gap is 92. So yeah, as I was watching those rounds, it's pretty clear that Sean Porter was, I mean, he was just all over Danny Garcia. What round was it? Yeah, round 8, during the right, like he was just, the amount of endurance you have to throw that many, especially in round 8. I mean, he's an animal. But we'll go ahead and move on to the last and final rounds.
See welterweight title, Garcia finishing in a flurry. Will it be enough?
All right, now round 9. We have Garcia throwing 42 punches, landing 16 of those. That's for a 38% landed to thrown ratio. You have Porter throwing 79 and landing 18 of those for 22%. Let's see here. Round 10, you have Garcia throwing 53, landing 26 for a 49% landed to thrown, and Porter throwing 91, landing 18 of those 91 shots for a 19%. So right there, that's a huge gap. 49, I mean, landing 50%, let's just say 50, landing 50% of your total punches thrown, which was 53. It's really good compared to, you look at Sean Porter throwing 91, and again, that's only 5 shy of his record that he set in the 8th round. But yeah, he's throwing a lot of punches, but he only landed 18 of those. Round 11, you have Garcia throwing 45 and landing 15. That's for 33%. And Porter threw 59, landed 13 for a 22%. Let's see here. Round 12, Garcia threw 50 and landed 23. Porter threw 68 and landed 14 of those. So again, another great round for Garcia. Almost getting, real close to 50% landed again. And Porter was at 20%. So let's look at the final 4 rounds. How did I score it? Let's see. So round 9, I gave to Garcia. I said he countered lazy punches very well. Porter was a bit wild. Okay, so round 9 I gave to Garcia. Round 10 I gave to Garcia. I said Porter early rush, not enough compared to Garcia's hard counters. Okay. Round 11 I gave to Garcia. I said very close, Garcia, harder shots. And then round 12 I also gave to Garcia, and it was self-explanatory by the amount landed, which was 23 of 50 compared to 14 of 68. And if you did watch that last little clip there, you saw that Garcia hits him on the way out, like come on, let's fight. But he definitely was not doing that in the middle rounds when he was, at times like round 4. Yeah, round 4 he threw 5 total, or he landed 5 total punches. So all right, so let's score this whole thing. I gave, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I scored the fight 7-6, and the winner is
Time, Sean